Inspired Intentions listeners, welcome back again today. I'm excited for the topic that we have today, and I'm excited for the people that we have in the booth today. You all, if you're a frequent listener, may know one of the voices that I will introduce here in a second, none other than Dave. If you remember, Dave was on here with me, episode number 237. I like to call that the John Wayne mentality episode, if you remember, Dave. You said something about having the John Wayne mentality and powering through. We titled that particular episode, though, The Couple's Edge, How Aligning Your Health Goals Changes Everything. And the original intent of that episode was to have a conversation with Dave and with Lisa, but Dave wasn't able to Lisa wasn't able to make it on, so we had Dave on that day, and it turned out as a great conversation, didn't it, bud?
Yeah, sure did. I enjoyed it, and we're glad to be back.
Yeah, and the we part of that is this time around, we are able to get Lisa on here and have one of my favorite Skyterra couples in the booth. Lisa, welcome.
Thanks.
Absolutely. I think I'll speak for you, Lisa, and say that this is your first podcast.
Yes, it is, Alan.
Yeah, and you're a little nervous, or
A little nervous, Alan.
that's okay. We're here to. You're with two friends. We're here to make you feel comfortable.
Great.
If you guys could only see the look on my wife's face.
It's great. So we're going to talk today all about the idea of having a significant other that you're working on wellness with, stays at Skyterra as a couple, what it's like transitioning back to home as a couple, and just general wellness, because these two are great. You should see the love and the care that these two share for each other on a daily basis. It's really inspiring for me, and it's something that I think that if you are somebody that has a significant other that you would appreciate and should strive for.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't agree more. Lisa's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Aw. All right, guys. Well, you ready to dive in?
Sure.
Okay.
Lisa, you ready?
I'm ready.
So Lisa, this first bit's for you because you and I met each other long before I met Dave.
Mm-hmm. I think it was 2023. That was my first stay here. It was in December, and I stayed for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Dave had sent me because I had a really bad report from the doctors. They basically said if I didn't get things in line that I was either going to have a stroke, a heart attack, or both. And he was very concerned. So he sent me out for the month of December. That's when we first met. And then he sent me the following year for another month in December. Then we had decided it was just way too long to be apart from each other. So we came the following year, and we split it up and did 2 weeks each. So, yeah.
So we I think that was Tuesdays, and I don't know if you remember, but you took an archery class with me.
Oh, absolutely remember that. Yeah, that was the best.
That was the best. And then, you and I started shooting together pretty frequently. And I don't know if you remember this or not, but one of the things you said to me is, I was like, well, so why do you want to shoot arrows so much? And you're like, I want to get really good at this so that I can surprise Dave and outshoot my husband.
Absolutely, yes.
And I absolutely love that. From then on, I knew what kind of relationship you two shared.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. And so, a couple years down the road from your first stay, you convinced Dave to come, or he was itching to come with you?
Well, I think he wanted to be here. He knew that he knew I needed to be here. And it was good to be here those first 2 times without him so I could focus on the things I needed to take care of. But it was just too long. It was too long to be apart from each other. It was too long to be apart from the family. It was hard. So when we were here together, I was working on the things I needed to work on. He was working on the things he needed to work on. It was better.
Would you agree with that, Dave? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The first time she went, when she came home, she was a new woman. I mean, she had really changed. Her motivation was unbelievable.
She was much better at shooting arrows.
Yeah, it was a little embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. So, but I caught back up with her.
Yeah.
We have a good fun competition with that. But she was like, okay, there's all these new things I learned. So I got to listen to about the sleep and about the Metabo walks and on, like we talked about in the first podcast there, all the things I learned. And then, and just her attitude was so much better. And of course, she's a stay-at-home mom. She homeschools the kids. She's a very, very hardworking, busy woman. And to see her get her energy back and her stride back was great. It was really great. Now, don't get me wrong. She still had a long way to go. She still had things to make sure she maintained. And that's why the second time around, we had just sold our house. We are debt-free now, which was a great thing, but we bought a fixer-upper, which was the way that we could do it. So the 2nd December, I really wanted to come with her, but it was, okay, we got to gut this house, and she can't be around all the dirt and the paint fumes. Her asthma would just kill her. She'd probably end up staying in a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, okay, this is the thing. Let's go ahead and send you back to Skyterra because it was nothing but positive, and I'll take care of the things that need to be done around the house. And when you come back, we'll be ready to roll, and then we'll discuss the following year. So that's kind of how it went. The funny part was I kept sending her pictures, what do you think of this paint color? And what do you think of this flooring? And thankfully my wife she trusts me to the point she's like, okay, that looks pretty good, and I trust your judgment. And Lisa, did it come out okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, I did okay. That's a big thing,
great.
Al. You know how that goes.
Had a little creative freedom, huh?
I did. I really did.
That's some trust right there.
Heck yeah. Yeah, especially when it comes to paint color, so...
Do you think it helped that you were here and very relaxed when all that was going on?
Absolutely, Alan. I don't think I would have been able to be around all that stuff. Not only can I not take the fumes, I can't take the ripping and the tearing, and I like everything in its place. I like structure. I like things organized. That would have been difficult to do.
Yeah, no, I get that for sure. Well, what was the like here? Those first few stays being solo, and what we're kind of working towards is how is that different from all the times that you guys have been here together now?
I think when I was here the first time by myself, I was really focused on all of the steps and things I needed to do to take care of my health so I can in turn turn around and take care of my husband and take care of my family. So it was a different focus. I spent my days really focusing on, okay, how can I take this stuff that I'm learning here, bring it back home with me, and have it be sustainable so I can be around to take care of my husband and take care of my children. And that's different now that I'm here with my husband. I have a different focus. The focus is more on, okay, I'm still taking care of my health, but we're doing it together. So it's a different kind of why.
Okay. And for the folks that are listening, explain what you mean by why.
I think it's important that you know the why that you're doing what you're doing. Why do you feel like you want to be healthy? Why do you feel like you want to take care of yourself? What is your why that motivates you or causes you to get out of bed every day? What is your why that keeps you pushing yourself when you don't have anything left to push? What causes you to do that?
I like to describe the why as the piece that keeps you disciplined.
Yes, absolutely.
And did you feel that yours changed, or it's the same throughout the years?
I think it changed. When I was here by myself, I was focusing on myself, but it was to be able to still go home and do the things that I needed to do. Once I realized that I could achieve that, and I was here with my husband, it was more of a bond between the two of us and me spurring him on, him spurring me on, and actually just having fun together. It's fun to do it together.
You guys make that really, really clear. It's like you can see that from a mile away when you guys are even in a fitness space. Like I don't know if you see me sometimes, but just walking past the glass doors in the cardio zone, as you guys are in one of your LoseSmart classes, and I can see it.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great to give him a hard time. It's great to go up and push him or tell him he's an old man and make him do like. Yeah, it's fun.
Would you agree, Dave?
Yeah, she likes to watch me when I work out for some strange reason. Maybe she's trying to make sure my form is good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great. I love working out with Lisa. It's fun, and she needs to be pushed. I can promise you that my wife still has a personal trainer because she needs someone to push her. So if I'm in the room and she sees that I'm lifting X, Y, and Z,
I'm lifting X, Y, and Z.
She is not going to let it go until she does that and is as hard as she can, which is great. We try to be smart. We try to be careful not to do things that get hurt.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? We want to push each other, but God forbid you tear a shoulder or you pull a muscle or, you do something that you don't want to do, so you have to pay the price for that. So she keeps an eye on me and I keep an eye on her too at the same time. It's kind of a cool deal.
Yeah.
You're pushing each other, but you're also looking out for each other.
As it should be.
Yep.
And
yep.
Dave, would you say that your why is any different than Lisa's, or would you maybe word it differently?
Yeah, I think it's pretty close. To put it in my own terms, I want to be healthy and fit. Like we said last time in the other podcast, I worked out since I was younger. My dad was a Marine.
Mm-hmm.
He pushed me to work out. I've taken martial arts. I've done, on and off, no bodybuilding things, but I've done, a lot of heavy lifting and things like that. And of course, along the way, I've gotten a few injuries here and there. But at the end of the day, I've always wanted to be in shape because, I want to feel good.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest one. I want to feel good because if I feel good, in my mind, I'm able to take care of the things I want to do. I have the energy to be there for my kids, to run around and play with them. I want to have the energy to be able to take care of my wife and take care of the stuff that's got to be done around the house and all that. I don't want to sit on a couch. Honestly, I don't even really watch much television for my own self personally because I feel like the life choices that me and Lisa have made to adopt some children and still have like a child that's under 10 in our household at this stage of our life, you gotta know what your why is 100%.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, my little 8-year-old, she's a little ball of energy. She is something. Her name is Paisley May, and oh my goodness, she is something. And then I have my daughter Charity still is home. She's 18. She's amazing. My daughter Abigail, she's staying with us for a little bit now. She'll be engaged soon and
cool.
doing stuff like that. But man, I'm telling you, you gotta be on your game if you want to do a good job with your kids, because this impact you make on their lives, it's a one-shot deal. You don't get a redo. Now, yes, you can build relationships with people later on, but I'd rather have a good foundation now.
Yeah.
And do it right instead of going, boy, I wish I had done this differently, and which you're always going to think no matter what. But I think you want to be able to at least say to yourself, hey, I made a really, really good effort to do it right with my family and my wife. And the last thing I would say is, if you remember, I told you about how I had that massive heart attack.
I do.
That was definitely a life-changing thing. In a life flight helicopter, Lisa didn't know if she was ever going to see me again, and that was, and we were actually in our gym working out that day too. I was doing my last chest press. Yep. Mm-hmm. Lisa was pushing the two of us. She's like, "Let's do an extra set. Let's do an extra rep." It was awesome, right?
You can do more.
But she's like, "You can do more than that," and yeah, and so and it just hit me quick, and the long and the short of it is that just was a really good time to reflect on, okay, if I'm having some of the issues that my dad had and my grandmother had and grandfather, then I need to get on the ball so that I don't leave my wife a widow.
And that fuels your why.
That's 100% it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
I mean, both of what you're saying goes back to each other and your family.
Mm-hmm.
Your reasons why you decided to come here in the first place. It seemed like maybe that there were some health things that kind of, I'm not going to say help, but I guess help to trigger that in a way.
Spurred on.
Yeah, spurred on is a good way to put it.
You know what I would say, Al? It's easy when you're young to bounce back with things, and it's also easy to feel like you're indestructible.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's when you hit your 30s, right, and then you go into your early 40s, you start to lose some of the drive. Let's assume you had some drive to stay somewhat healthy when you were younger, but you think you're just gonna ride that out. And as you get older, your drive goes down, your energy level changes, and all that. And I feel like this coming back here was a wake up call to go back to what we started with, the foundational things, with taking care of ourselves when we were younger, and exercising and thinking about health. Because I'm telling you, it's so easy to just fall into it was a long day. I just need to sit down and relax, watch some television, and not do anything, not get up off the chair, eat your meal, go sit back down again. All the things that just start that slippery slope. It's not like you slide down overnight. It's a slow progression to where you're not taking care of yourself anymore. And then boom, unfortunately, I've heard you say this, Al, I've heard Ryan say this. Sometimes it's the event.
Yeah.
It's the event that makes you say, okay, it's time to wake back up and get back on track.
And so once you guys were here and you're trying to get back on that track, what were some of the things that you all really took to through the Skyterra? You guys were in the LoseSmart program together.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of the things that you guys really took to that you feel has helped you solo, but also as a couple?
Okay, so I would say the foundation would be Teresa's sleep class.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Teresa's sleep class will explain to you your foundation of all of the things you need to do to make sure that you have the sleep hygiene that you need to sustain the goals that you have. Because if you don't have the sleep, then everything else is off. Your energy is off. Your hormones are off.
Mm-hmm.
Your metabolism is off. Everything is off. So you really need to start with something as basic as getting your sleep correct. And then from there, getting your eyes to the sun, doing your metabo walks, scheduling your day to make sure that you're having your meals the same times every day. And you're having 3 meals a day. You're not just having 1 meal a day. I liked the structure of it, and I think that that's important to make sure that you have under your belt when you go home, because all of those things are really easy and sustainable to do.
So let me tell you what that looks like from the husband's perspective. Wife comes home after the first month.
I was going to ask.
The alarm clock leaves the bedroom. We get heavy duty drapes so that we have light blocking. We had one big window that was up top. I had to get a shade that would close that down, and it had to be electronic because you couldn't reach up there to get it. I was like, this woman's crazy. I'm like, what is she doing? I mean, okay, dear, no problem if that'll make you happy,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, after I came, that September, it was 2 years later, I took the class and I realized, but also, let me say this much, I saw the difference with getting rid of the light. And I was able to actually get to the point where I could get up at 6 a.m. That's when I get up without the alarm.
Yeah.
That kind of blew me away. It took about a month or two. But
Sure.
I literally was able to not have the alarm clock. And I don't know if you do this, Al, but I do this a lot. Do you wake up in the middle of the night and look at the clock to see how much more time you have to sleep?
I don't.
Okay, so
I'm lucky.
I did that for years.
Okay.
Like, okay, oh, look, it's 3 a.m. I still got 3 more hours. Or it's 4 a.m. I got 2, or it's 5:45. You better get your butt out of bed, that kind of thing,
Right.
And that was just a habit. Maybe it just comforted me to think I could sleep more. I don't know. But
what you
now
didn't
that
realize
it's gone.
breaking your sleep rhythm, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And then, your mind starts going, right? So now it's like I roll over and I'm like, I don't care what time it is. I don't see the light coming through any cracks. Like, especially staying here in Skyterra, I don't see the light coming through. And I'm like, I'm just going to wait until that alarm goes off in the other room. My wife puts the alarm clock in the bathroom with the doors closed. So I have to get up to shut it off, which is probably a good thing.
It is.
But I'm telling you, back to what I was saying, it was really interesting with all these ideas she came home with. So for you men out there who have sent your wives here and they come home, you need to do some homework. They're not crazy.
Yeah.
Although you may think that.
And you realized that when you first came and you took the sleep class as well?
Yeah, and now I respect my wife's things, right? So when she started explaining to me why we were doing it, I was like, okay, I'll try it. I was willing to try it.
Yeah.
and because there's been some other things in the past who said, hey, have you ever thought about this? And I'm like, okay, I'm willing to listen to that. But the real acknowledgement and like getting it really down inside of me to believe that this is the right thing to do was taking the classes with Teresa.
And so that was your kind of number one thing from your at least your first go round here. Were there any other takeaways from your LoseSmart program when you guys were working together?
What would you say, Elise?
I would say the next thing that would be really important is the nutrition aspect.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people find that to be an obstacle they can't overcome because it's overwhelming to them. And I think that something like meal planning for most is a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I find if you focus on ingredient prepping instead of the meal planning, it makes it easier. For example, we will cook all our protein for the week. We'll do some chopped up veggies for salads. We'll do a batch of quinoa or a batch of sweet potatoes or a batch of brown rice, maybe make some homemade dressings. And what else do we do? Some overnight oats. So we have some breakfast fixings. And then you kind of pick and choose the meals from there, but you have all your basic ingredients. So I think nutrition is really important because if you don't have a plan, what ends up happening is you're ravenous, you're hungry, you're going to grab the first thing, or you're just going to go pick something up that's takeout, and it's probably not going to be the best choice for you. So I feel like if you plan ahead, then when you get in those spots where you feel like you just need to have something, like if you have a batch of hike bites already made and they're in the freezer, you're more apt to grab a hike bite than stop at, the ice cream shop on the way home, that kind of thing. So I think
Starbucks.
Or thank you. Or that Starbucks. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Specific example there, Dave.
Exactly. If you don't, yeah, exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
You're making me stutter